Hello, Duranis here, and welcome to episode 1 of what's likely to be a mini-series of Space Engineers. So yeah, just picked this game up. It looks a lot of fun. Saw the Minecraft guy's been playing it. I actually watch Milby's videos quite a lot because he's really funny. And it looks like a really good laugh. So it's basically a lot like Minecraft in the way that you build. So you have blocks, and you basically build your blocks and put them together to build different things. It's still an early beta game, I believe, so a lot to be added to it, and it's got a lot of potential. But at the moment, your main sort of what most people tend to use it for is basically building replicas of sci-fi ships, which is pretty cool in my opinion. I like that. So I've started out here on the platform, so you've got different scenarios you can start with. This one basically starts you out with a platform and a minimal amount of resources. So if we head over here, and we can see we've got a bit of fuel in our reactor, and that is it. So we don't have any starting components or anything like that. We do start out with a beacon there, and a reactor, gravity generator, and for some reason some landing legs. No idea why they're there. Maybe it's just to hold ships in place, but let's get back into first person view. So yeah, probably what I'm planning to do with this is just do a whole lot of building. I want to show the basics to begin with, so let's quickly open up. So if you press G, you can see these are all the parts that you can get in game at the moment, and you basically build everything from these parts. And if I mouse over it, so for example these light armor blocks, they require steel plates. So the large ones, if you're building a large ship or a station, they take 25 steel plates, and if you're building a small ship, it takes 1 steel plate. And each of these things have sub-components that you need, and to build the sub-components you need an assembler. So over here somewhere we should have an assembler. So here, this assembler, this basically will build them sub-components. And to build the sub-components you need like iron and things like that. So the refinery basically turns base ores into components that the assembler can use, and then you use them components to build the blocks, and then you can build whatever you want from the blocks. So let's just clear my toolbar here because we don't need all of that stuff on. We have a welder that's basically used for building and repairing things. We have a grinder, which is basically used for taking things apart and getting the parts back, like the sub-component parts. And we have a hand drill, which is used for mining. So I'm going to do a little bit of mining here. And you can see here we're started on an asteroid belt, and one thing to look out for as well is you get meteors that spawn, and I've got it set to normal. You can have them turned off completely. Normal is sort of you get them randomly come, and you can have it on basically hardcore mode where they're coming all the time, and when they hit stuff they will explode it. So really when you're setting up, you want to try and set up on the backside of an asteroid somewhere, so that the asteroid the asteroid is taking all the impacts from the meteor. But you can see here on this asteroid we've got some iron there. I think that's the iron because it's red. And if we just go up and we mine on it, and it shoots the ores everywhere. So mining by hand to begin with is an absolute nightmare, because you have to and you see here we've got a beacon that's come up for military escort. That's NPC ships that basically, they're English, they basically spawn in and then they'll fly across and despawn, and you can actually attack them, you can take them over, but I'm not going to mess with military escort because it's really loaded down with weapons, and I have nothing at the moment, so I don't have much chance of actually getting that. So let's just try and mine here. And I haven't really played this yet. I played it for about 20 minutes just to learn the controls and learn the systems. It looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. Once you actually get into it and know what you're doing of, it's actually a really simple, straightforward game. So it's got a fairly steep learning curve, but once you get past that, it's pretty easy, and you can do some pretty cool stuff. So it's just mine. I found the easiest way to mine to begin with is just to try and create a little bit of sort of a bowl shape, so that all of your ores get trapped and they don't just fly off into space like this, because otherwise you just end up having to chase them around all the time, which is a real pain. and I'm going to chuck these in the refinery so they're refining while I'm doing it. So yeah, I have in my inventory, if I open my inventory here, I've got silicon and iron ore. So if I go and chuck these in the refinery over here, and we'll put them in there, you can see that's making iron ingots, and once that's done, that'll make silicon wafers, and with that you can create a whole bunch of different things. Did something just get hit? You can see in the bottom left hand corner basically my stats, so my health, jetpack, dampeners, lights and speed and energy. So my energy is down to 72% at the moment, so you basically need to keep your suit energy charged up, otherwise you die because your life support runs out. So to do that you basically need to sit in a cockpit, so something like that. You go and sit in that, and as long as that's got power, it will recharge your suit. So I'm just going to do a bit more mining here, and I'll probably do this off camera because it's not the most interesting of things, and I'll be back when I've got a bit more progress done. So just quickly, on the bottom right hand side you can see there's gravity, and I'm not actually sure where that gravity is being generated from. I think it's actually been generated by my gravity generator that's up there. So when I mine in this bit, because it's affected by gravity, I mine here, and it's basically being pulled down with the gravity, so it's all gathering up here. So that's a useful thing. If you're using a gravity generator, you can set it up so that it will pull all the ores into one section, and you just mine a little bowl there to collect them, and then you can just go and pick them all up when you need them. So yeah, still mining here, and I'll be back when something more interesting is going on. So I did start off with a minimum amount of fuel, so you need actually uranium to power your reactor. So I'm going to head over here and see if we can find any. If I remember correctly, I think uranium's a really dark coloured ore. So I'm going to go in this hole here and see what we can find. We actually have lights on the suit as well, so if you press L, that'll turn your lights on. And this is pretty cool. It does look like something out of a sci-fi movie, like someone's going to come and jump on my face at any second. Okay, so that all looks like it's just iron in here. It's just rock. Let's head about. Whoa. Close. Let's just have a look around here and see what we can find. There's some gold there, and that looks like darker coloured stuff, maybe. So this is where it's really hard because there's no gravity at all, so it just sort of flies off into the distance. Then you have to play catch, which is a real pain in the butt. But once you actually get some ships going, it's a lot easier. So yeah, it looks like there's quite a few different ores in here. So I'm going to mine this area a bit, and then I'll be back when I've got a bit more going on. Okay, so we're back, and I've done a little bit of mining. All I've found is silver and gold and iron so far, and there was, yes, a mining carriage. So if I remember correctly from looking at the wiki, this guy has one turret on it, and I think it's on the top of it. So if I can approach it from the right side, I should be able to access it, deactivate the turret, and then take it over. But I've got to pick the right side to do it from. So this could be sketchy. But I really need fuel, and there's a lot of resources on the ship, so it will save me having to do a whole bunch of mining. So yeah, we're 6.5 kilometers away, and I want to try and get sort of right in front of it so I can I want to use its own mass to sort of shield me. So have I got my dampeners off? No, they're on. So yeah, it's heading towards me, and I need to be ready to try and turn my dampeners off and match its speed. So I can see it coming up now, and yeah, I should be able to match its speed just going backwards, so that's good. It seems to be heading in roughly that direction. So yeah, this is where a ship could be really useful, because I could just fly in, grapple onto it with a landing gear, and then it'd be a lot quicker than doing it this way. $2,500 meters. Sort of heading in that direction, so that's the way I want to be flying. Right, let's see if we can find out where its gun is actually mounted. 800 meters, 700. I'm not sure what the range on. Whoa, okay, that's a gun. That's a gun, and it sees me. Whoa! So I want to get round the other side of it. Keep flying, keep flying, keep flying, keep flying, keep flying, keep flying. Okay. Oh, no, you can still see me. Right, stop. Down. It's going to shoot me. Right, let's turn the inertia dampeners off so I can try and match speed with it. Need to go up and forward. Okay, we're good. Down a bit. Back a bit. Okay. Phew. So as long as I stay on this side, I should be okay. And in theory, I should be able to access this. Oh, bad time to save. Can I access you? Nope. Can I access you? Haha. So, control panel and Gatling turret and off. Awesome. So, if I find my way in here now. Come on. This doesn't appear to have gravity, so getting through this door is going to be fun. Oh, first time. Awesome. And let me access it. Woo! So yeah, we have ourselves a mining carriage. Awesomeness. And I'll head on back to where the platform is. And let's see what we have in here. So we have gold, cobalt, silicon, cobalt, uranium ore, excellent, platinum ore, excellent, some ammo, that's quite handy, a ton of iron ore, quite a lot of uranium, excellent, and we've got some components there as well. Cool. And the Gatling turret, which will be useful for defending us as well. No production systems on board. Excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back to the platform and park it up. And we actually have landing gears on this, so maybe I'll sort of attach it to the platform. I'll reactivate the turret, but I'll set it so it's only going to hit meteors. I don't seem to have a whole lot of control over this for some reason. Let's turn the dampeners back on. And I'm gonna dock this to the platform, and then I'm gonna strip it for parts. So yeah, this should keep us going for a little while and be able to start building our beginning ships here. So yeah, I'll be back when this is docked up. Actually, I thought what I'll do, I'll just show how you dock. So on the front of this, which you can't see from here, is some landing gears. You see in the bottom right hand corner it says landing gears 4 and in proximity 0. So what I can do is when I get near this platform, I can activate the landing gears, and it's basically like magnetic clamps. So it will magnetize and attach to the platform. So all I've got to do is get myself aligned here with the platform somewhere. And let's see where I can put it. up this way a bit. That'd help if I was actually doing it in the right direction. So yeah, it doesn't seem to have a lot of thrust going up and down in relation to the ship. Let's rotate it and rotate that way, and then go sideways. Doesn't have a lot of thrust in that direction either. Okay, let's just speed on forward and then ram it into the platform. So I think I'll park it over on this empty space over here, and then I can just strip it down over time and use parts. And I really wish you could rotate the camera around. That would be really useful, because I have no idea how far I am in relation to the platform here. And I want to go that way. And the shadows fairly helpful there, but some sort of system to tell me how far away I am would be really useful. So if I put my landing gears on now, and that's done with P in proximity to, oh dear, I'm smashing the thing. So I've locked 3 landing gears down. And let's actually press Y, and that turns the reactors off. So if I... these doors, man. Let me out. Right, okay, cool, we're out. So we landed it, kind of. Smashed the platform a little bit there. Whoa, my dampeners are still off. There we go. So yeah, inertia dampeners will basically keep you in place. So if you turn them off, you just keep drifting in the direction that you were going. So, kind of docked. Broken it a little bit. I haven't got the stuff on me to repair this, have I? Interesting. Apparently they are 100% okay. I would say they're definitely not 100% okay. They've got a big landing gear sticking for them. Okay. So what I'm going to do is basically strip this whole thing down. So the first thing I'm going to do is just grab some access to this cargo unit. And that's knocked all of these things off, so let's pick them up quick. Excellent. And we should be able to access the whole ship from here. And I want the uranium. And let's take all of it and then just put... What did I just do with my uranium? There, okay. That's fine, let's take that out. And we'll leave a little bit in there in case we need to power that reactor up for anything. And we'll go and chuck the uranium over here in our system. So where is our reactor's there, and it's not actually hooked up. So to transfer items or automatically between things, you need basically what's called a conveyor system. So you see here, these are actually linked together, and I don't know what these blocks are, to be honest, but I think they're parts of the conveyor system as well. They might just be parts of the refinery, but because they're linked together, they can transfer items between the refinery and the assembler. If I set up a conveyor tube from over here to my reactor, I can automatically transfer stuff over to there. And have I got... I don't think I've got any cargo storage on here either. So, priorities. I can use the cargo storage on here for the moment. And I really want to reactivate that Gatling turret, actually. So let's access the control panel. So you can basically access the ship control panel from any access point. on the ship, so a container or the reactor or anything really. And let's turn on, did both the reactors have power? So small reactor 1 we want to turn on, and small reactor, let's turn that on, and the Gatling turret, and we want to target meteors but not moving objects, so it's not going to target us. And let's set the radius up to max and turn that on. So now that Gatling turret should be tracking meteors, so if anything comes towards us it should be shooting them. You can see it sort of spinning around, but it's not attacking us anymore. And let's actually go in and turn all the other systems on this ship off, just so it saves a bit of power. So collector off and connectors off, door off, it's already open, that's fine. Turn the gyroscopes off, turn the lights off, and landing gear, actually I think, oh actually no, we need to leave the landing gears on. And thrusters. So all of this stuff we can just go off. Excellent. That actually looks quite cool there. I like that. Anything else we can steal? I've got a mining hauler. I have a feeling they're fairly well armed, so I'm going to leave that alone, and I've got enough to be getting on with here. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a bit of storage around here and to start building a few useful things. So we're going to set up storage and start building some components here, and then we're going to start stripping the ship down. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. So I've looted everything that's in the cargo holds of the ship other than the ammo that I've left for the Gatling turret, which appears to be offline. Why are you offline? Let's quickly access this again. Control panel, Gatling turret on. And okay, I turned the reactor off. Let's turn the reactors back on again. Yeah. Awesome. So over here I've got all of the ores that are on there in the refinery, and you can see they're all cooking down into these different things. So we've got gold, silver, cobalt, gravel, silicon, wafers and iron. And in the assembler at the moment I'm just making components. So I've made a bunch of these interior plates, and going to production you can see what it's doing. So I'm making construction components at the moment, and then it's going to make small steel tubes. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to make a large cargo container, and actually I probably don't really need to make a large cargo container. I could probably get away with making a medium one actually. Let's do that instead. So medium cargo container, that should do the job. Can't put them on a station. Okie dokie. Bit small ones on there. Let's go for a large one, but to do that I need 20 motors, 60 small steel tubes, 1 display and 8 computers. And I don't have enough motors, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't have as well, so please don't shoot through my platform. So what I'm going to do is just basically pull this ship apart now. So all you use is you use your grinder, and I want to actually try and find, let's get that cargo container. Actually that should have the parts in that I need. So this one here, now I don't want to sort of cut all the way through it and then the top part just floats off, but if I disassemble this cargo, let's go and charge up our suit first. If I disassemble that cargo container I should get enough components to make my own one. So yeah, it's kind of feels a little bit cheaty just to, oh shit, it looks like a meteor's hit my platform as well. See that bit at the edge, it's just completely missing? Yeah, that's a meteor that's hit. So yeah, like I said, it feels a little bit cheaty just to steal the ship and pull it apart, but at the same time you still got to pull it apart, you've got to steal it in the first place, and it's kind of just as much effort to pull it apart as it is just to go and mine. But it's a little bit easier to begin with, just to get a whole bunch of resources rather than trying to mine and assemble them all. Once you've got ships that you can mine with, then it gets a whole lot easier. So yeah, I'm sitting here yabbering and my suit's charged. So let's... Yeah, see, like I was saying, I don't want to pull that apart and then the whole thing comes apart, which is what's going to happen if I completely disassemble that. That's bad news. So there's quite a few of them in there actually. So what I'm going to do is actually just going to pull the ship apart, starting from the top, and I'll be back with you when I get a bit of progress. So welcome back, and yeah, I've stripped down maybe about a third of this ship so far and got an absolute ton of components. So if I quickly show you through here, so what I've built is just a small cargo container which actually has a ton of storage, and that could be because I've got the inventory storage set to 10, and I thought that was just for the player, but it may be for all of the machines, which is a bit of a bummer, but it sort of works in this situation. And then we've got a conveyor connected to that, and then conveyor tubes connected to these other conveyor blocks, and basically these conveyor blocks work as like a 6-way junction, and then you can connect them up with tubes, and then another conveyor block here and tubes going in here. So these two conveyors are connected to the refinery and the assembler, and these tubes here are connected to the reactor. So all of the stuff can basically get pulled. So if I go to the assembler and I want to make, let's make some, I haven't got any nickel, but let's make some radio actually I'm never going to use them. Let's make some construction components. I always use a ton of them. So this can actually pull materials directly from storage and from the refinery. So if I look at that again, you can see it's pulled in some iron ore and some silicon and gold and cobalt, and that's just making a whole ton of these construction components now. So it makes it a bit easier, so you don't have to manually move stuff into the assembler. It can just pull stuff in. Even for the reactor, it can pull the uranium from the refinery and from storage, and you can even attach, well, pretty much anything that's got an inventory you can attach up with this system, and it can pull or push items from it. So it's a pretty cool system. I think that's going to be about it for now, and yeah, I'll rename this platform to the Chop Shop. I think next episode what I'm going to do is make just a small spaceship and just put a grinder on the front of it, because it's taken forever. It's taken about maybe 2.5, almost 3 hours to grind away this much and set this system up. So it's a pretty slow process, and I keep aligning myself with that, and that's wonky. It's actually like that. So I'm going to make a small ship to speed the process up, and what I'm planning to do is have something with a grinder on the front, so I can use the ship to cut this up, which will be a bit quicker, and then have something that will basically drop all the items out of the ship into a collector down here and chuck it into the storage. So that'll be next episode, and private cell over there, I wasn't sure. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, definitely if you've not played this game, check it out, it's worth a look. I said it is a beta version, so there's lots more to come, and yeah, really good game, lots of fun. So yeah, see you later, take care, bye bye.